Assalamu alaikum everyone. I find you with very lovely weather today. And behind me the main Islamabad expressway. It's a good day to be alive. And today I'll be sharing with you, I'll be reading to you one of the essays from Erich Fromm's Dogma of Christ, very infamous. Now, in regards to this essay, it deals with man and his placement in this modern materialistic world. Do not take away from this that today's world is bad, but that it is a system whereby we are naturally primed to aim after money, and the system reinforces that. अगर मैं अपनी ज़बान उर्दू में बताऊं तो हम एक ऐसे माशरे में फंसे हुए बड़े हुए हैं और जहाँ की हर शय इस बात को रीइंफोर्स करती है कि आदमी का बुनियादी मकसद सिर्फ पैसा कमाना है, जो कि इंसानी तारीख़ को देखें तो बहुत ही मॉडर्न फिनोमेना है। उसके अंदर हमारी असास, हमारी तहज़ीब जो कि बिल्कुल ही मुख्तलिफ पहलुओं पर मबनी थी, वो अब नहीं रही। ये तो बात करते हैं, चूँकि जुडेओ क्रिश्चियन ट्रेडिशन की बात करते हैं तो ही टॉक्ड अबाउट लव, उसने प्यार मोहब्बत की बातें की जो कि ईसाइयत का दावा है। लेकिन हमारे बतौर मुसलमान या हर थियोलॉजी के लिहाज से उसके अपने प्राइम मोटिव्स थे, और कॉमन टू एवरी वन ऑफ देम वाज स्पिरिचुअलिटी। और मॉडर्न साइंस विद इट्स research into LSD comes up with the idea that there is no chemical solution to a spiritual problem. So there is only a spiritual solution to a spiritual problem, and that is one of the ideas which Fromm also points to indirectly in his essay. Let's start. I'll hope to have the text appear here, and hopefully you can see and follow it alongside me. From Erich Fromm's essay, The Present Human Condition. Contemporary man is certainly passive in most of his leisure times. He is the eternal consumer. He takes in drink, food, cigarettes, lectures, sights, books, movies. All are consumed, swallowed. The world is one great object for his appetite. A big bottle, a big apple, a big breast. Man has become the suckler, the eternally expectant and the eternally disappointed. Insofar as the modern man is not the consumer, he is a trader. Our economic system is centered in the function of the market as the determining value of all commodities and as the regulator of each one's share in the social product. Neither force nor tradition, as in previous periods of history, nor fraud nor trickery governs man's economic activities. He is free to produce and to sell. Market day is judgment day for the success of his efforts. Not only commodities are offered and sold on the market, labor has become a commodity sold on the labor market system under fair competition. But the market system has reached out further than the economic sphere of commodities and labor. Man has transformed himself into a commodity and experiences life as capital, paisa, to be invested profitably. If he succeeds in this, he is successful and his life has meaning. If not, he is a failure. His value lies in his saleability, not in his human quality of love and reason, nor in his artistic capacity. Hence, his own sense of value depends on extraneous factors, his success on the judgment of others. Hence, he is dependent on these others, and his security lies in conformity, in never being more than 2 feet away from the herd. Beautiful. So now, ये तो हो गया ऑन द इकोनॉमिक सिस्टम कि हम बजाते खुद एक शय बन चुके हैं जो कि बेची बिकवाई जाती है, बिकवाई जा सकती है, और अगर हम पैसे की दौड़ में ना लगें तो आवर लाइफ अकॉर्डिंग टू आजकल के स्टैंडर्ड्स के मुताबिक मीनिंगलेस। पैसा पैसा करती है, पैसे पे क्यों मरती है, पैसा ही पैसा, डॉलर ही डॉलर। हमारा आर्ट और हमारे गाने इस बात को रिफ्लेक्ट करते हैं यार। अच्छा, व्हाट देन, आगे, व्हाट काइंड ऑफ मैन देन डज आवर सोसाइटी नीड इन ऑर्डर टू फंक्शन स्मूथली? It needs men who cooperate easily in large groups, who want to consume more and more, and whose tastes are standardized and can be easily influenced and anticipated. It needs men who feel free and independent, not subject to any authority or principle or conscience, yet willing to be commanded, to do what is expected to fit in the social machine without friction. Men who can be guided without force, led without leaders, be prompted without an aim, accept the aim to be on the move, to function, to go ahead. Prerogative of the modern society has become progress. This kind of man, modern industrialism has succeeded in producing. He is the automaton, the alienated man. He is alienated in the sense that his actions and his own forces have become estranged from him. They stand above him and against him, and rule him rather than being ruled by him. His life forces have shed themselves into things and institutions, and these things and institutions have become his idols. They are experienced not as the result of man's own effort, but as something apart from him, which he worships to, submits to, bows to. Alienated man submits before the work of his own hands. His idols represent his own life force in an alienated form. Man experiences himself not as the active bearer of his own forces and riches, but as an impoverished thing dependent on other things outside of himself, into which he has projected his living substance. करने की बात इतनी है, और बात घूम फिर कर वहीं आती है कि हमारी जो असल थी उससे जदीदियत ने हमें हटा दिया। जाहिर है आदमी तो नहीं बदलता, और बड़े लोग अभी भी पैदा होते हैं, और इसमें कोई बुरी बात नहीं कि आदमी पैसे के पीछे भागे। बट ये डिबेट्स इतनी ज़्यादा आम इसलिए हो गई हैं, और ये चीज़ें हमारी कल्चर और सोसाइटी में रिफ्लेक्ट इसलिए होती हैं बिकॉज वी फाइंड आवरसेल्व्स इन अ प्रोसेस जहाँ पे सोसाइटी इन चीज़ों को हम पे पुश करती है, और जदीद इंसान इसी जगह पे आंख खोलता है, और अगर वो इसकी तारीख़ और इसके पीछे जो निज़ाम को ना समझे और पढ़े तो अपनी उम्र इसी में गुजार देता है। मुसलमान के लिए तो यार ये प्रेरोगेटिव नहीं है, इंसान के लिए ये प्रेरोगेटिव नहीं है कि his life reduced to his economic capacity के, और फिर उसके बाद you look at art, you look at skill, you look at anything of learning, anything of value, not by the value itself but by the value of the money which it will provide you or give to you. ये जदीद दौर का अलमिया है। और one of the answers to this is return to the roots. हम तहकीक कर करके we come to the conclusions that the simple life was the best. There's a reason it was the best. It had the wisdom of the past thousands of years that man had lived. Return to simplicity is also a call to shun modernity, and with it all the negative it has wrought upon us. We are its we are infected by it. We are the patients of it, and its symptoms are so apparent that it takes an eye to see. But we're also asleep to it as well. Its beauty. We've hacked the system. We've hacked ourselves into being numbed by. We've hacked ourselves to be numbed by the very problems caused by the system, and we become instantly aware of it the moment someone points it out. It's a very interesting process. It's a very interesting phenomenon. I hope there was something of learning, and I hope there was something to take back from my reading of this. It's a very lovely essay, and with that I say live happy, enjoy happy, and life is the simple life is the best life, and tradition, religion, its precepts are not as bad as the overly deterministic, quantitative and mechanistic society, material society makes it out to be.